I'm teasing you. You see, this is this is what we call teamwork. You see, sometimes it's good to see sometimes it's good to see if the boss lady in the chat is her P's and Q's. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Very so much appreciated. Thank you so much for being here as always. I'm the most gracious, the most humble, the most favorite. I'm him. Jrod on point. The T to the tango, the G to the Django. Your favorite brother, your mother's favorite son, the black sheep. I am here. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case. Judge Hippler and the NDO, the non-dissemination order. And also, let me fix my camera. Let me take it up a notch. Let me take it up a notch. And also, we are going to be talking about Steve GONCALVES sets Bryan Kohberger free. Did Mr. Gonzo himself, the legendary figure and the undergrounds of Idaho and those famous tunnels, did Mr. Gonzo talking to BANFIELD, did he said too much? Amy, I'm here. I told you I'm here. I'm here. Long intro. I know not a lot of people like great music. Not a lot of people like to do the pre-show rituals. Not a lot of people. Jrod, why you take so long? Because it's my show. You see, and y'all talk shit. Y'all talk shit. It's like, damn, Jrod, like you on summertime. We know. Summertime is just like Christmas. You gone. Listen, there's a lot of things to do with the family. And a lot of things to do with the studio. Summertime, fun time. Let me get to the chat. I know. I always take so long to get to the chat. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Summertime is fun time. Yes, indeed. As y'all can see, your boy's been busy, between all this beautiful stuff that we're doing. Actually, we just went to a photo shoot, the whole family. We went to a photo shoot. The pictures got here today. I'm just browsing over the studio to see if I catch them. I think they might be upstairs. But yeah, yo, those pictures are great. Also in those pictures, I got to see like kind of like bald spot. And I was like, dog, that's really you? Yeah, a little bald spot. It's like an interest. He's kind of like getting pronounced and stuff. And he's like, man, like, I know. You're almost in your 50. You sexy. It's all good. Sexy. Let me stop. Y'all know what I'm going to say next. Where's Lucy? I'm over here like, beep. Who got the keys of my Jeep? Well. I'm summoning them. I'm where's Kane? I'm be tagging them and shit. Yeah, I tag them. I'll be under notifications and shit. They're gonna have to mute me or some shit. Where's Twizzle? What Twizzle sticks? The legendary figure in Ada County courtroom. Where's the legendary figure in the true crime community? Twistle the legend sticks. He different. Like, I'm here, right? Like, I know y'all used to me being gone, but I hope y'all know we have a live stream tomorrow too. We're gonna be talking about Annabelle and shit, bro. We're gonna be talking about a true crime paranormal investigation. This is gonna get deep. Oh man, all these people have been talking about Jrod, you a wizard. Jrod, you satanic, you demonic. Jrod, you diabolical. Jrod. Jrod, tú eres la pata de Satanás, chico. Tú eres lo más cabrón que hay. Yo lo sé. Stop. Where Lucy? I can't do this show without Lucy. Can't Twistle. Everybody's like migrating and shit. Like, where they went? Did they went to Florida? Twistle Kane, is he a new case in Florida that y'all not telling me? You see, they gonna get the goods and just leave me over here in the Idaho folk. But listen, big shout out to Lucy Lou, big shout out to Twistle, big shout out to Kane. Y'all know, very friends and family of the show. Very so much appreciated every time that they come by the chat and have great times. We very so much appreciate it. But today we have something to talk about. Today we definitely have something to talk about because we just heard the hearing today. I mean, yesterday we had 2 live stream, one early morning pre-hearing and then another one post-hearing. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm too tired. Why you saying? Well, listen. Why y'all think that me and Harsh got problems? We don't. Listen, just because I say what I say about Harsh don't mean that I'm beefing with him. I'm not. What are you talking about? Listen, man, ain't no beef with Harsh. Listen, a big bro is gonna do what big bro is gonna do to little bro. And in this case, I'm big bro. Cause definitely Harsh ain't older than me. And not and listen, him. Pause no, did he know dog? He's not even cuter than me. And this is on the man tip. You know what I mean? Like on the man and the full grown beard, like and the man thing. Come on, man. Harsh, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You see this right here? Big shout out to Harsh though. Ain't no beef with Harsh. Yeah, I said what I said earlier, but he's more about JB dumber. It ain't nothing about Harsh. Like, listen, didn't y'all see Harsh video? I'm still subscribed. Listen, I'm still subscribed to Harsh, all right? I'm subscribed to Harsh. I am. Like, listen, if we look for Harsh reality, listen, yeah, stop emailing me with stupid shit about Harsh. I'm good. Listen, me and Harsh don't have no beef. Listen, listen, if you see this shit right here, you could tell. Okay, hold on. Listen, can y'all stop Can y'all stop sending me emails about Harsh? Listen, I'm not beefing with Harsh. I'm subscribed to Harsh. Listen, if I have a problem with harsh reality, I wouldn't be subscribed to harsh reality. So listen, what you mean the Harsh is racist? You know he's not. Listen, I don't think the Harsh is racist. I don't think the Harsh be his wife. I don't. All right. I don't like Harsh might sip a wine here and there. Listen, Harsh might sip wine with a little pinky finger up. You know what I'm saying? It'd be Harsh reality. He might sip a little wine here and there, but I don't think the Harsh is a drunk. Listen, all that aggression earlier, it was towards JB Dummer. And did y'all see Harsh video? I think it's like this one over here. Listen, he commercials. You know I'm not paying. You know I'm not paying the Prime. You know I'm not paying. YouTube, stop. YouTube, I'm not gonna pay for the premium. You know this. Well. You keep trying to like make me watch. Listen, man. This one right here. Listen, guys, I'm subscribed to Harsh. I don't have no problem with Harsh reality. I stop emailing me and bowing for Harsh. Listen, if someone knows the character of Harsh due to that I watch his show every day is me. If I say what I said earlier just to fuck with him, do y'all forget who I am? Like, do y'all forget what I do here in YouTube? Content. I do content, god damn it. This is not personal. This is all business. It's all for the you know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, you get more though, blow more. Euros and pesos. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, do y'all forget who's Jrod on point? It must be like the new subscribers though. It's okay. It's all right. I'm cool. But listen, guys, I do not have no problem with harsh reality, and no, I do not believe all that other stuff that I address towards JB Dummer. I am subscribed to harsh reality. I do not have no problem with harsh reality. And can y'all please like stop being on your knees for him? God damn, like damn. No gag reflex. Pause, no Diddy, no doubt. But these people in YouTube, no gag reflex. Like harsh reality gotta feeling weird over there on UK. He's like, man, I'm feeling some weird shit and I don't know what the fuck it is. He says all these people in YouTube and their fucking knees like no gag reflex on harsh. Man, stop. No, I don't have a problem with harsh. Big shout out to harsh reality, man. Just to get that out the way, man. Listen, big shout out to harsh, man. I stop. Stop. I still want to be in his show. I stop. Stop spreading rumors. I don't have nothing against Harsh. Stop the beef. I shot the sheriff. You know what Jrod do. who shot the sheriff? You know that Jrod did. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, cool. Now that we got that out the way, can we get serious? Cause like, man, like I'm trying to run a show here. Like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all people from YouTube and shit. Weird people. Let me get Harsh out of my background. Big shout out to Harsh. Oh my God. Amy, they act like it's not the first time that I express myself about how I feel about anything that is referring to Harsh. They act it's like the first time that I say something spicy. I like to twist nipples and shit. Pause no Diddy. Listen, when I don't know, again, I don't know. It might be people that is not American, but from where I come from, United States of America, we play a lot. We talk a lot of shit. We talk a lot of shit, and we say what we say. We mean what we say. We say what we mean. There's nothing to apologize for. You get it? When Jrod got something to say, Jrod got everything to say, and there's no disrespect. It is what it is. I have my opinion. Yeah, it's not the first. It won't be the last. Y'all the ones taking shit personal. This is YouTube. What y'all talking about? This is YouTube. This is content. You take it for what it is, and if you take it how you take it, and you interpret it however you want to interpret it, that's your problem. Thank you for approaching your concerns and shit, but damn, it ain't not that serious. Like I'm over here all chilling, minding my business, laughing at all these motherfuckers, and people over here giving me their like I'm not your counselor. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm not your counselor. I'm not here to supposed to hold you by your hand and just help you on your miserable life. I'm not that guy. Listen, I am him, but I'm not that guy. Be a grown up. Tough it up, buttercup. Learn how to be what is called a grown adult. Learn how to have sarcasm and real talks. Bye. All right. Let's start the show. Room. It hit different. Big shout out to Amy Kiely. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for the people that is watching right now in the background. Thank you so much. Very so much appreciated. We're gonna fall back. We're gonna talk about what we came to talk about. We're gonna talk about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. That's what we are going to do. In very special, after watching Steve GONCALVES interview, it really like it didn't surprise me, but it gets to a point that you see how someone was approaching a situation and talking about certain people, and then when things don't go accordingly or what the plan was, then now you're gonna fall back and be like, oh, but the university talking down on Bill Thompson, talking down on the investigation. And we're talking about this is coming out of the point of view from Steve GONCALVES. Which again, it did not surprise me. But I was taken back by in the way he tried to play with narrative and stuff. It's smart, but at the same time it ain't. Because again, yeah, he could bring to the table that script, right? But only certain type of people will even believe anything that he say. And again, if we go back to what we said in the past, when he talked to a certain group of people. He's really not, like, you could tell he's not really talking to overall all humankind. You know what I mean? Like right now, in the way I'm talking right now, I'm trying to talk to all humankind with that poise. But you could tell the agenda on his, in the way he positioned the angle in the conversation. It was very, very smart though. But at the same time, the flaws are when you was giving a pat on the back to the prosecution and talking good about Bill Thompson and all that, and then out of nowhere after post the deal, then now is a problem. What it really irks me is the part of the flip-flop. And in both flip-flops, like when you was on the side of the prosecution, and then now that you're on the opposite side, apparently and allegedly, it seems that you are in the other side of the conversation. Steve GONCALVES is acting like he didn't say those things in the past. So I do have a problem with that. I do have a problem with the double dipping. You painted it some way, somehow, and then now that everything that you said that's for sure that he was guilty and all this other stuff, now out of a sudden it doesn't look like that. It does not look like that. The problem here is that everything that you say, and then now the things that you say after post, they are way worse, Steve GONCALVES. You only making it worse for yourself. And it hits deep. Because I'm a parent just like you. I got more daughters than you. And yeah, I'm counting those that you have outside of the marriage. I got more daughters than you, bro. And I'm talking to you like a parent. And again, not personal. This is all the business of what it is. The business of being a parent. This case flip on side of your head. I repeat, this case flip upside your head. Because all that security that you, Steve GONCALVES, had, and I'm going to get to the chat. All that security, saying what you're saying back then before the deal, has so much conviction, Steve. It has so much conviction, bro. I still didn't believe anything that you say. Breaking news, I still don't believe anything that Steve Goncalves say out of his mouth. Not a fucking thing. At all. And I have the right to feel that way. And I have the right to feel that way because I'm only reacting to what Steve Goncalves have brought to the plate in this case. We're gonna get, it's gonna get real iffy for those that are watching that don't like me. If you didn't like me, I promise you that at the end of this live stream, you will hate me more than whatever you already did. Because if y'all thought, y'all must be delusional. Y'all must be delusional. My name is Jrod. Nice to meet you. I'm the best YouTube true crime content creator that you have ever witnessed in your life. I am him. Everything we told you since 2022 in the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case, it seems like that we was right all along. That everything we said, possibly about the victims, not victim blaming, but just talking about the shit that we need to talk about, to really look into the shit that we need to really look into, not doing the work that other people is doing. No, the work that we have done since 2022 already has taken many victory laps in this Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case, and I got too many. I got too many victory laps in the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case. I can't even count it with my hands and feet. And that's dead ass. And I think Amy Conway could agree with me that we could talk like that. Like, I don't know all these guilters. Listen, none of what they talking about, no, that stuff make no sense. Don't hit no bingo. You're never gonna hit the lotto with those numbers. You've been playing with those numbers for the past 20 years and you have not hit shit. What about you start changing those lottery numbers? I repeat, you have playing the same lottery numbers for the past 20 years. What about you change your fucking life and your fucking numbers? Before you even try to talk about Jrod on point, what we speak here in On Point True Crime. Listen, I don't care how much of a big content creator you think you is. None of y'all motherfuckers would have got to the angles that y'all got if we wouldn't be talking about it here first. And we could talk like that. Because it don't matter how small is this channel, me and you know the influence the Jrod on point had in the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case. The relevancy. Numbers don't tell you shit. You know what it tells you shit? When you click and watch my content and you listening to the message. You get to see the reality of a different type of true crime. It's the type of true crime that they don't come here to play no games with you. It might shock you when you hear it first here, But after you keep coming back and keep listening, you're gonna realize that I did not make you waste your time. I'm gonna go way further. Before I do that, let me get to the chat. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Another Gonzalo 360. Yeah, bingo. Let's go. Let him sue. He had suits feel it expire after 2 years. I don't know the status if he can refile. Well, you see, the details that he needs to do what he need to do, I don't think he'll have those details before expiring time. And I think again that was done by design. That even him knows that. He's so in depth of what's going on behind closed door that he even knows that. Let me stop. Let me stop. To sue Moscow for not investigating properly all family signs. Sue, yeah, because they put the whole state on notice. Yeah. Wonder if he will sign away. He can sue now. Oh, good question. Yes. If the powers to be put Steve Goncalves on the 360, yeah, I see that happening. To answer your question, Amy, if the powers to be put the Goncalves family on the 360, yeah, I see them not suing but being fully paid. They good. They good. They don't, like, by now they don't hurt for nothing right now. In my opinion. You know what I mean? I look into it legally. I want to know. Yeah, it's always good to do homework. It's always good to take a look at certain things. You know, it's a lot of legal tools out there available that you could ask questions and you get a straight answer for free. You know what I mean? And yes, we could talk like that. We could talk like we accomplish very good takes, very good information has come out of this channel about this case. Very influential information has come out of this channel that obviously for those that are new to this channel, obviously what we have spoke in this channel, it did terrorize the fuck out of Bill Thompson in a good way. And when I mean terrorize, it's like he cannot believe that this guy coming out of nowhere did not just became part of the tipsters with legit information that you should have took him under consideration. You see, Bill, you decided to listen to me a little too late. You stubborn. You're stubborn old man. You're a stubborn old man. Like, why you gonna listen to Jrod on point for what? I mean, besides that, I was just telling you the truth. Bill Thompson was never about to listen. I had like in the back of my conscience, like, you see, I always keep it positive and I always play devil's advocate. On the negative side, on the negative side of me, with negative thoughts, it's like It don't matter wherever they go with this trial, they might cook them with nothing. But then the good side of me is like, bro, everything that they have shown right now, for them to prove that shit, people's gonna get in trouble. With what they were going to court with, what they were trying to go to trial with. People was about to get disbarred, and people were about to get indicted because that came out of the mouth of Stephen Hippler. He told Ann Taylor, if this is true, you know that it's gonna be people getting indicted. It's gonna be people getting disbarred. Didn't y'all heard these details? Or do y'all need Jrod on point to actually remind you details that it's like y'all like, huh? I don't need no script. I have everything here. What are you talking about? I told you I'm the best in true crime. I don't need no script. I'm the script. What are you talking about? I speak and I create the whole world. What are you talking about? Like, big shout out to Jesus Christ. Yeah, illegal shit. Since day one we said it. It was just like me, Amy Conway, Jane, Caitlin, Cindy, Top Petit, Ron John, a whole bunch of others. And we were saying it. Like, in a way, this is presented. And again, I'll go back to the good side of me. With the good side of me, it's like, dude, if they go to trial with this shit, it's gonna be a circus. No pun intended. And that wasn't even that was not even a shout out. But it was about to be a it was no way in hell that Bryan Kohberger would not walk out. Actually, it's like I told ya. I did not see this going to trial one way or the other, and I said it here. I even spoke with my brother. I even spoke with my brother Kane, and I was like, Kane, if they enforce what's on record, and it's like Ann Taylor is forcing them to see the problems, and the court is like, huh? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Deny, 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 deny. Even they judge impose a stay to the survey without even listening to Ann Taylor's side. And he's like, what? Let's talk about due process in Layton County. No, as a matter of fact, no, I don't want to talk about due process in Layton County because we already know. No, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna waste your time nor mine. The heck with that. But the reality is, I never saw these going to trial, and all possibilities were on the table. All possibilities, all the way from Bryan Kohberger, some way, somehow, Epstein dying in jail. Yeah, I said it. Did I stutter? some kind of plea or some kind of dismissal. But then the dismissal, it was like, no way. Then if Kohberger get Epstein in jail, all the eyes would be on Idaho, and I don't think they wanted that. They knew that couldn't happen. It would be all eyes on them, obviously. People could see it coming and prepare for it too, like myself. I never seen it going to trial. In the back of my head, it's like, nah, it's like, it's just like, how, like, it's gonna blow on everyone's face. Sincerely, if he would go to trial, it would blow on everyone's face like, yo, are you serious? I think that it was a lot of conversations between Ann Taylor and Bill Thompson. Remember, they from the same belly of the beast. It's a lot of closed door scrimmages. Y'all need to understand, it's a lot of closed door scrimmages. Hopefully y'all know what I'm talking about, because I'm not about to sit here and explain to you. But for those that know, they know that it's a lot of closed door scrimmages between prosecution and the defense. It's a lot of ways of professionalism. It's a lot of ways of professionalism that is illegal, but it's not illegal because they only utilizing the book of law and the legal loopholes available for them to utilize. They just are smart enough to put it together. Smart enough to know how can professionally hide the flaws of my opponent, in this case the prosecution, wash their back so they could wash mine. I explain. We know people's gonna get disbarred. We know the cops gonna get locked up. Yeah, it's gonna stare. That right there is gonna stir so much shit that is gonna amplify to the whole state. They don't want that. Listen, if they didn't want it, the real killers to ever come out, possibly, I still have faith in Lord Jesus Christ, even though I'm a sinner and I sin every day. But I believe in a higher power named Lord Jesus Christ. That if, big if is any justice left in earth or on earth, these killers will get caught. I'm staying positive on that, because at this day today, I see Bryan Kohberger still going back home. Call my bluff. I'll shut up. Y'all could call me the Nostradamus of true crime. Y'all know to best not fuck with me, because y'all gonna look stupid. Yeah, by now, yeah. It's just, if y'all going against me, y'all just fucking stupid. Stupid. By now, fully validated by Bill Thompson. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I still see Bryan Kohberger going back home. I believe that Ann Taylor is gonna attack. She's gonna appeal. She's gonna do what she need to do. Make it look pretty for everybody. Big shout out to you, Ann. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yo, Wham from Utah. Yo, and Joanne from Utah. It's different. Big shout out to the sister though. She haven't been here for a while. Hopefully everybody's doing good at your house. Everybody, the family, everybody doing great. Hopefully y'all enjoy your summer. Big shout out to Joanne. I still see Jrod point. I still see Bryan Kohberger going home through the back door. He listen. They fucked this case up from the top, and the only way to protect certain people in the same way they have protect for what he seems the real killers. And yeah, I could talk like this because yeah, just because Bryan Kohberger say he did it. Listen, don't be mad at me. Be mad at yourself if Kohberger end up going home. Don't. I told you about Didi. I told you about Didi. They were about to smack his wrist and send him right back home with time served. I told you about this. I told you about this here first. And then y'all heard whatever y'all heard about the Didi case. That big shout out to Tisa Tells, like she really thought that Didi was about to get cooked, but nah. It's not even about Didi. It's whoever is on top of Didi. Pause, no Didi, no doubt. I didn't mean no pun intended with that. But I told ya after he beat the Rico and the sex trafficking, all that other shit. I told ya, listen, there's no precedent for what he's getting charged like that, like for high numbers and shit. 9 times out of 10, like I told ya, the judge is gonna smack him in the hand, time served, and he gonna go right back home with no probation and shit. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And you can't even be mad at that shit. You can't even be mad at that shit because it is what it is. Like they just blame the federal government. That's who you gotta blame. You gotta blame. Can't blame no one else. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So the conversation has taken to the latest Steve Goncalves interview with Banfield. That interview, man, is, should we call it what? Interesting or bad looking? Let's see. See what we got here. Because I want you to listen a little bit if you have not. Hold on, give me one second. Listen, man. I'm not trying to have Banfield striking me and none of this shit. But let's listen a little bit. Let's just listen a little bit and we could have a little chit chat about it. Okay, we just listen a little bit. Just listen a little bit and we could have a chit chat about it. All right, so just listen and pay attention. That's it.
Completely astounded by how Steve and his family have been treated. I don't know about the other families. If they've been treated differently, I don't know. But I had this conversation with Steve Gonsalves and I wanted to share.
So it seems like Banfield is making it seems like the Steve Goncalves family is being treated bad by the prosecution. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, in all the interviews before the deal, Steve Goncalves was speaking highly about Bill Thompson, highly about the investigation, and highly about the Moscow PD and all these other situations, right? And then why Banfield now all of a sudden making it sound like Steve Goncalves being mistreated by the prosecution? Why? When we are about to hear some spicy stuff that, if what Steve Goncalves says truth, he might compromise the results of these finalities on sentencing and stuff about Kohberger. All right, so let's listen a little bit.
Everything about it with you now. Steve, what was your reaction to the decision today that the gag order will be lifted, but the motions won't be unsealed? Not yet, anyway.
You know, we requested for basically Kiely, what happened to Kiely. So I know her sisters want to do a victim statement and address the exacts, some of the things that happened to her.
Thank you, Amy. I cut that out. I'll cut it in the editing. Thank you. I appreciate you. What would I do without the boss lady in the chat? Very appreciate it. Thank you so much. But what I was saying is that it seems like Steve Goncalves and family were filing their teeth. They were filing their teeth with information. Hi, baby. Yeah. With information about details of the death of their daughter, to then go to the sentencing, to Bryan Kohberger's sentencing, and try to go there and dog this guy out. You a killer, you a murderer, you did this to my daughter, you did this to my sister, you did this to my niece. And we're not making fun of their pain. But that could be a way to be seen like. Again, just because with the information that is out there right now. That if you ask me, Bryan Kohberger appealed this, he's walking out the back door. So then Steve Goncalves' family gonna sit there on sentencing. You did this, you did that, we hate you. For what? To then Kohberger go back home? Because y'all all acting like Kohberger don't have the chance to fight this and still go home. I'm gonna make it clear to everyone in YouTube True Crime. Let's stop playing games. Let's stop playing games. Let's stop playing games. Let's be grown adults. Let's be grown adults. I'm gonna tell you right now. If Bill Thompson put a deal on the table for Bryan Kohberger to take, that means that he knew he was about to lose that case in court in trial. Capiche? Capiche? Is no other thing in earth besides that. Is nothing, is just that there, right there. If Bill Thompson offered a deal to Bryan Kohberger in the way they made it look like, this case was over when it started. Bill Thompson knew that in no way, no how, not on Ada County, not on Layton County, not in nowhere else around United States of America, Bill Thompson understood that if they move forward to trial, do y'all remember that Bill Thompson, that he was running, putting the defense team to jump over hurdles, but at the same time looking like we ready to go. Y'all remember that? It's the same prosecution that he was like, oops, listen, man. Bryan. Kohberger, BK the legend, bro. What's that? Bro, listen, man. No harm, no foul. You say you wanted a death penalty off the table, right? Right? You see, I always knew that me and you have something in common. Listen, man. I take the death penalty off the table. How about that? You just got to say that you're guilty. That's it. Just like magic, everything goes away. Huh? What about that? Well, should we do that? Huh? You know you should do that. Huh? Huh? You don't want to die, right? And just because we like you and we told you in Pennsylvania that we got you back, bro. We told you in Pennsylvania that if you skip the extradition hearing, what we would do for you, bro? Huh? Do you remember that day in Pennsylvania? You remember? Huh? We went to pick you up, right? I was like, yo, just keep the preliminary hearing. You'll be back home soon. You remember those words? I got you. You take this plea, everybody move along happy, and you go back home. Job well done, son. Because remember, don't forget that I always say, like, yo, what about if Kohberger was working for them all along and they only needed a warm body to make sure that everybody shut the fuck up and make sure that those students go back to the university to bring that money, that moolah, baby. Listen, we only need a warm body. I don't care who the fuck I do not give a fuck. We just need someone to put through the process, and we just gonna guarantee to that motherfucker that he's gonna go back. He's gonna go back home. We just need someone to make sure that everybody shut the fuck up. We're gonna do this dirty little trick, and we're gonna utilize someone that already want to work for us. And then I told ya there is a possibility. We don't know, right? I don't know nothing, but it's the possibility that the reason why everything went down like it went down and it looked in the way that it looked, it was because it was meant to be like that. They only needed time to divert their attention to something else. It's called damage control. It's called managing chaos. Only people that are in the upper level with power and knowledge could make those moves and have everyone else underneath them move accordingly. But in a way, the only way that could happen if that one powerful billionaire is behind it. Is the only way. It's only one person that is the glue of everything. One in control of it all. Dead ass. And it's in the tip of the tap. Very tip of the tap. That's way farther away from my tax bracket. But the people that we talking about, the particular person that we talking about, is the only person that it could create a situation that everybody will cooperate, because everybody got their job out of the University of Idaho. And everybody owns loyalty to the University of Idaho. University of Idaho. Fraternities, sororities, Greek life, everyone. And I told ya, everyone involved in this investigation, everybody was student of the University of Idaho at one point. So now you tell me, if it was any chance that a few students, couple of students, like 3, 4, 5, who knows, were actually the killers, do you think the university would have covered that? Do you think, if by any chance, right? By any chance, due to the Bill Thompson knew that if he pushed forward to go to trial, he would have lost the trial. Confirmed, because he put a deal on the table, right? Confirmed, because he put a deal on the table. He knew that he was about to lose that case. So now you tell me, what's the chances of Bryan Kohberger going back home after an appeal that Hitler told you that it don't matter if he agreed to not appeal? He has the right to appeal, and he has the right to win, and he has the right to go back home. Now, for all those guilters like JB Dummer, if Bill Thompson recognized that him going to trial, he would have lost that case, and that's why he put a deal on the table. What make you think that you are right on anything that you say out of your motherfucking mouth, you dumb son of a bitch? And that goes to every single guilter out there, all of ya. All of ya. Bryan Kohberger is so guilty that Bill Thompson recognized that he would not win that case if he goes to try and put a deal on the table. What would you say if Bryan Kohberger get to go home? Will you take back your apology, you drunk piece of shit? Do you think your Occam's razor gonna save you from how bad I'm gonna cook the fuck out of you whenever Kohberger go home? No, I bet whenever Kohberger goes home, he gonna be like, well, hey, listen, it happened exactly what I wanted to happen for GP. I just wanted to see Kohberger walk for the fuck out of it. I don't care if he killed her. I don't care if he did. I don't care if he don't. I only want to see that son of a bitch walk just because he white. And you know that I'm talking, I'm only acting like I was JB Dummer, which again is so hard to make the impression of. It's hard because I have to get out of my zone to be that obnoxious, because is rude and is obnoxious. Is obnoxious. Is rude and he's obnoxious. He just is like. Well, I told you the son of a bitch was about to walk. I told you. Let me drink again. Hold on. I told you. I told you that every time I'm drunk, I'm correct. I don't even watch him. I don't. He's one of those people that I really don't watch. I don't. Not even to, not even listen. Not even for me to have content to talk shit about him. No, I don't listen. I promise you that the shit that I talk about him is organic. Is from the heart. It's not personal, but it's from the heart. It's all heartfelt business. It's all content. I don't have to study this guy for me to cook him. Listen, for what I've been knowing for the past few, listen, I cook him. That's it. But what would y'all do if Kohberger walk. I know what I'm gonna be saying. What I'm gonna do, Amy? Am I gonna take another victory lap? We have True Crime Queer try to take victory lap. He put in victory lap. Listen, the only true crime content creator that have put victory lap on his title ever and has taken a victory lap is me. The only one. The only one. For a fact. The first one and the only one that now we have True Crime Queer. We had True Crime Queer. True Crime Queer try to take victory laps and don't get no views and shit. Crazy. He's still putting me in the beginning of his videos. Like he really a fan of me though. Like Amy said queer snap. You see, that's the type of stuff that I say that people don't expect that I'm about to say, and I just hit you with it, and that's why you subscribe to Jrod Point and you like that shit. Yeah, I told you. I told you when I said to subscribe to my channel, it was about to be worth it. I mean, shit. I mean, hey, thank you. Appreciate for your subscription. But I only wonder how smart they are going to look with the shock face whenever they get the news like, oh shit, Kohberger's about to walk. Is you serious? How the fuck he gonna walk? Listen, I see it right now happening. I'm telling you right now, and I want to make an emphasis. I listen. I want to be very serious, and I know I'm laughing, but I want to be very serious. All right, so stop laughing. Y'all making me laugh and shit. Stop laughing. Stop. I want to make an emphasis for y'all guilters out there. If you are listening, I'm talking to you. You piece of shit, son of a bitch. I hope you just some way, somehow, you squeeze a lemon or a lime, and those juices just hit your eyeball, in the yeah. Stump you toe against the corner. Something. I don't wish you nothing bad. I don't wish you nothing bad. No. But these go to all y'all guilters out there. If Bill Thompson put a deal on the table to Bryan Kohberger, do you think in the appeal he's not going to win that shit? I repeat, if Bill Thompson give a deal to Bryan Kohberger because he knew he was not about to win that shit in court, you stupid son of a bitch. And you deserve that shit because y'all weird. Y'all weird. I swear. Amy, this is one of the reasons why you subscribe to me. You see that shit. This is what we talk about. That shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Amy, it's a reason why you are subscribed to Jrod. Okay. But for y'all guilters, you pieces of shit, you son of a bitch. If Bill Thompson gave a deal to Bryan Kohberger because he knew that he was about to not win that case in trial in court, what make you think that if Kohberger appealed this, what make you think that he's not gonna go home? I wait. Oh, it's gonna be a long one. How everybody doing today? You know what we wait? Well, while we wait, I mean, we just talk about something. How was your day in Costa Rica, Amy? Everything good? We just waiting for someone to from the guilters to actually answer that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, it was a good weather in Costa Rica. You know, and go to the river. You know what I'm saying? Just sit on the rocks, and you know what I'm saying? You just kick back, relax, a little coronita. You know what I'm saying? A little lime and shit. Don't let it hit at the eye. Don't let the lime hit. You got when you squeeze it, you know, straight to the bottle. But yeah, I know that no guilter is gonna answer a fucking thing because y'all dumb as a rock. Period. If Bill Thompson give a deal to Bryan Kohberger, it's because he knew he was not about to win that shit. Period. That's bottom line. So then now, if Bryan Kohberger appeal, do you think he's not gonna go home? Of course he's gonna go home. It was planned to be like that. It was planned to be like that. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at the messenger. Be mad at the message if all you want. I don't care. I could care less. Like I don't care if y'all mad at me because I'm only giving y'all the news and giving y'all the reality check. You know, is you problem if you don't live in common sense, if you problem if you can't understand simple information and you dumb as a rock and you're in the back of the bus and you just like it sucks to be you. I get it. Like I totally understand that it sucks to be you. To be a guilter is it takes a little talent. No, actually, I lie. It don't take no talent to be a guilter. Oh man. Mm-mm-mm. But you know what? Let's listen to Steve Goncalves. Let's listen to Steve Goncalves, and it was a part that he mentioned that he said about some gag order items.
Really sent the student.
We handpick only the
Commercials. It has to be commercials, right? Amy Conway say, I think BK not in jail, plan from day one. You see, I like to say that it's always a chance for that, Amy. It's always a chance. Like, let me explain something that you probably already know. They could tell you anything they want to tell you, and you only have one option. You either believe it or don't believe it. Big shout out to David. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Big shout out. When authorities tell you information about the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case, you either believe it or you don't believe it. That's the only two options that you have. So what that means with that? That means that they could tell you anything they want to tell you, but that don't mean that necessarily things are exactly as they telling you. So that means that, yeah, they could paint a picture to you of what they want you to believe, right? But at the end of the day, reality could be way different behind closed doors. And go ahead, baby, you good. And it is the chance and the possibility. Big shout out to mom, baby. I love you, baby. It's a chance and a possibility, like in on everything in life, right? It's the chance and possibility that whatever we thought that it was, it was not. Okay, so that's why I totally understand why Amy Conway gonna feel that way, gonna think that, and she has the right to do that because they have provided us with enough gas for us to think like that. So they can't even blame us for that, because we could only assume that it's a possibility for that to happen. But if you ask me, sticking with what they say, sticking with their story, right? We believe that right now Bryan Kohberger is in PC, protected custody, 23-1. That means 23 hours locked up, one outside the shower or what now in the cage. That's going with their narrative. That's going with the norm. And I know Amy Conway gets my drift. He seems like we a greenish t-shirt, a greenish shirt, which in my understanding going with the colors utilized to distinguish inmates in jail. It seems like the shirt that he had, love you, baby. The shirt that he had, it seems that he's from PC, protective custody. He didn't have the orange t-shirt. The orange t-shirt is for transportation. So that means the Bryan Kohberger was at the facility. In my opinion, it seems like Bryan Kohberger was at the facility in jail. It's a lot of things that we still have to wait to take some conclusions on that. We still have to wait a little bit longer to finalize our conclusions. But yes, everything that we spoke about at this day today is in the air. At this day today is still relevant because we cannot forget those rabbit holes, because we have not gotten all the way in the rabbit hole yet. We just scratching surfaces in certain things. Big shout out to Amy Conway. It's a lot of things that we still have to develop with more upcoming information. We only giving you the prelims of how we see things coming in the future, because I want to go back to this fact. If Bill Thompson gave a deal to Bryan Kohberger because he knew he was not about to win this case in court, you guilter out there, do you believe that if Bryan Kohberger appeal Do you really believe that he's not going home? When literally Bill Thompson gave him his ticket to go home. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you. Debbie said, hey, Jrod, he got to play the part for now, but I believe something gonna happen, way more to come. You see, Debbie, I totally agree with you though. Is a lot of things that people don't understand. A lot of people are emotionally attached to this case. Is nothing wrong to be attached emotionally to a case as long as it does not interfere with your intellect, as long as it does not interfere with your common sense, as long as it does not interfere with the flow of information coming your way, and your levels of processing that information has to be adequate for you to take your proper conclusions or your proper assessments about the information that you get, so you could adjust. Because the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case always was fluidly. Information was coming in and out, post no dealing, no doubt, in and out of this case. We're talking 2 billion impressions in certain platforms. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Debbie said BK gonna be in the Iceland somewhere soon. You see, Debbie, I don't blame you to think like that. I don't blame you to think like that. Like, those that think like that, they have the full right to think like that. Why? Because in a way, the prosecution put all their cards on the table, and what they end up doing at the end. Yeah, eating sushi somewhere in a private beach. Hey, he might be in the public beach. Debbie said, quit all about MS lies and playing the people's emotion. Yes. The key word is playing with people's emotions. That's the key word. Because it was a lot of information shared in this case that at the end of the day, it didn't took no one to nowhere, due to Bill Thompson offer a deal. I want people to understand how serious it is when prosecution offers a deal. They lost. It's done. It is a loss. They could make it look like however they want to make it look like, but it's a loss. Because if they would have won that thing, they would have go all the way up. I'm gonna tell you more. Even if the prosecution put the deal on the table, the judge could still deny to accept that deal due to the evidence that is on file. Judge Hippler said, how you going? Judge Hippler said to Ann Taylor, Judge Hippler said to Ann Taylor, how are you going to argue against a direct match of DNA? Ain't that a conviction every Sunday and any Monday, especially early in the morning after coffee? Straight out of Starbucks. Big shout out. If the judge believed the word that it came out of his mouth towards Ann Taylor, he would have denied the acceptance of this deal. he would have looked at Bill Thompson. He would have stared Bill Thompson on his face. And in my opinion, he would have told Bill Thompson, like, Mr. Bill Thompson, how old are you? Act like. Because we cannot talk about the gravity of this case. We cannot talk about the gravity of the killing. We cannot make a bigger emphasis on how awful and disgusting this crime is. And you are not going to tell me if in your heart you believe that Bryan Kohberger did it. You're not going to tell me that you don't want these men lined up in front of the firing squad. I don't care who the fuck you think you are. But if you have love in your heart, and especially if you have a good amount of hate in your heart, and you believe that Bryan Kohberger did it, you should be raging for what's going on right now. If I were you, if you're a guilter, if I were you, I wouldn't be taking no victory lap and stop acting delusional like you motherfucker got validated, cause y'all weird. Like, how long you think that lie is gonna last you just cause a whole bunch of you subscribers believe the shit that you say? Big shout out to Echoes of Clarity. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Please, a round of applause and welcome Echoes of Clarity. Big shout out to Trisha. Round of applause. Big shout out to Trish. Thank you so much for being here. Trisha, we were talking about you early. Yes, Trisha. I don't know if your ears were ringing. I know you have the done. I know you have the done. You probably knew we was talking about you. She was like, yep, I know, Jrod. I know, but he cool. I know he just be nice. But big shout out to Trisha. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. You see, yes. Trisha, we need to talk about Annabelle tomorrow, Trish. Trish, I need you, Trish. Trish, we need you. Sincerely, we will appreciate you. We will really be so honored. Big shout out to Amazing Dead Man. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. Big shout out. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciate it. It different. Big shout out. But Trisha, tomorrow we talking about a true crime paranormal investigation case. We're gonna be talking about Annabelle tomorrow. Rest in peace, Dan Rivera. Rest in peace, Dan Rivera. But Trisha, will appreciate you if we could have the honor of have you here tomorrow. We would love so much to have you here, because I know that conversation about Annabelle. Listen, I'll be doing my homework. I'll be doing my spiritual research. Trisha, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I'm doing my spiritual research. I need to be on point to talk about Annabelle. I spiritually, I need to be all lined up. I know I shouldn't do it. I know I shouldn't do it, because the more we talk about Annabelle, the more energized she gets. And we all know this. Those that knows about Annabelle, we know the more that you talk about her, it could be good, it could be bad, it could be, as long as you talking about Annabelle, you mentioning the name like I'm doing, she only getting energized. And we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. But big shout out to Trish from Echoes of Clarity. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. It's amazing to have you here with us today. Thank you so much. It'll be great if we could have you here also tomorrow, because it's gonna be a great conversation. It's gonna be my first time having a paranormal, a true crime paranormal investigation conversation, that we're gonna have different type of topics. And I know it's gonna be a little bit outside my box, but I know there is quite a few subscribers, especially Jane. Jane is very Jane and Amy, they both love the paranormal, and I think the conversation is gonna be great. In my opinion, the conversation is gonna be great. Let's see, right now we get to hear the part that I wanted to listen to. This Steve GONCALVES was talking with Banfield, and he mentioned something about the leaks, though. He mentioned something about him getting a leak. Listen, I totally understand there is some content creators, and I'm not gonna mention because listen, we appreciate her, and I have enough of people like sending me emails like. But long story short, we have a fellow content creator that she was saying like, I don't think Steve GONCALVES, like, if you said that Steve GONCALVES was the leak, you a dumbass. If you said that Steve GONCALVES was the leaker, or he had anything to do with the leaks, I already confirmed that Steve GONCALVES didn't have nothing to do with that, and yada 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 yada. Again, we are not gonna mention her, because we appreciate the work that she does in the true crime community. But we just heard Steve GONCALVES admitting to getting the same information that he was given to the media about Bryan Kohberger's cell phone information and search information. Admits that someone within the investigation, within the court, give to him information that he was behind a gag order. Oh man. Let's see.
And literally the murderer was hired by one of the universities and was literally in a position of power, who had already harassed girls, and they hadn't even taken a targeted event and literally investigation seriously. So yeah, there was that exact same day.
Like listen, if we look at this real quick right now, you could tell Steve GONCALVES is not having a comfortable. Listen, he started to saying too much at the end, and his wife told him like, listen, cut up, like, gotta go. Now you're saying too much. And you could hear it in the background too.
Check out.
Hold on. I ain't not gonna do that. 1 second, please.
Prosecutor's office, the victim's rights advocate that's supposed to be associated with you, about the process going forward now in order to find out more information? Have they at least guided you? Will you have a better shot at getting information than someone like me?
No, they don't like us. They don't like the fact that we question their authority. They don't like the fact that we talk to you guys right now. So I don't think they'll help us at all. They'll try to make it as most difficult as possible, because we bring a huge spotlight. You know, if we're gonna read it, we're gonna explain it to people how we understand it, and I don't think they want that attention. And that's probably why most of them have already retired. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get any help. We don't have a victim's advocate. She's bound by the rules of that.
So in other words, he's indicating to the people that the reason why Chief Fry retired was for the inconsistencies in the investigation, and it was a chance that someone would have got in trouble. That's what he tried to say.
So if the judge tells her to shut her mouth and don't talk about
Where was all this conversation before the deal, Steve?
There's an open investigation of the leak on him. There's an investigation. There's no investigation going on. And you think
Steve GONCALVES just said that it was no investigation about the leak. Why? Because you know you was the leaker? And you was working for the prosecution, but you got to make it look like you wasn't. That's Stevie. That's why we call you Stevie Wonder, because you do wonders, huh?
There's an investigation. Why hasn't anyone ever called us and asked us where
Look at this smirk. Look at this smirk on his face. Look at this smirk on his face. Listen. I'm gonna take a risk. Look at this smirk on his face. Look, check this out.
Able to prove that we got this, we knew about the sheath and the DNA, CODIS hit, all that stuff before. And you think
he's saying that he knew about everything in the investigation way before other people did. He tried to say that him and Olivia GONCALVES was the one leading the investigation. Ain't that the reason why Bryan Kohberger got a deal? So they shouldn't listen to you, Steve. So while you saying that, you try to give yourself a pat on the back some way, somehow, but at the same time you admitted that you fucked up your own daughter's case. You see how shit works? Do you see how shit works in Jrod Point? When you think that you got it all figured it out, and you telling the people something that you believe they're gonna think. But then you have a Jrod Point in true crime that is like, shut up. Steve, I think I'm older than you, bro. You look older than I'm older than you, and you look older than me, bro. You have gone through some bad lies and misfortune. Bad lies and misfortune, bro. Because I really feel for you losing I feel for you, bro, losing a daughter in the way you did. I feel for you. In the bottom of my heart, as a parent, I feel for you, bro. But you putting yourself in a situation looking like this, saying the type of shit that you say out your mouth, and you are do you really think that it's not people like me out here that know all the details in this case, and you saying that you know more details than everybody else, but it seems like you did not? Because if you did, Kohberger would be cooked for the shit that you say out your mouth, Steve. For the shit that you said out your mouth, Steve GONCALVES, it was looking like Kohberger was cooked. And somehow it didn't happen. Somehow Kohberger got a deal from the prosecution, and you mad. But why you mad? Why you mad, bro? It seems you was in bed with him from the top. Right? Look at his face. Look at it. Look at it.
Gray accused that office of leaking the information, and I don't think they want that attention, and that's probably why most of them have already retired. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get any help. We don't have a victim's advocate. She's bound by the rules of that court. So if the judge tells her to shut her mouth and don't talk about it, there's an open investigation of the leak, and she's a part of that team. She can't talk to us. We brought up the leak in court January 13th. Gray accused that office of leaking the information, and ever since then, we've been able to prove that we got
the same court officer that called you and told you what you knew. The same things that you spread to the media. Yeah, we are about to hear that. We are about to hear that. Yeah. We are about to hear that. We are about to hear that. Hold on. I need to show you his face too. Hold on.
We got this. We knew about the sheath and the DNA code his head, all that stuff before. And you think if there's an investigation, why hasn't anyone ever called us and asked us where?
If it was any investigation and you see the smirk on his face,
accused that office of leaking the information, and ever since then, we've been able to prove that we got this. We knew about the sheath and the DNA code his head, all that stuff before. And you think if there's an investigation, why hasn't anyone ever called?
You see it out there?
Ever called us and asked us where? And you think if there's an investigation, why hasn't anyone?
You see it out there? It was no CODIS hit. It was no CODIS hit. Big shout out to Twizzle Stick. Twizzle Stick showed up in the chat. Big shout out to Twizzle, the legend. We honored to have you here. Big shout out to Twizzle. Thank you so much. So much appreciated. Twizzle here. Twizzle say he tired. He tie. He Twizzle, you tired? You tired of the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case, or you tired physically? Big shout out to Twizzle, the legend. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciated. Can y'all see Steve GONCALVES' smirk on his face when he said that? He knows that it was no investigation about the leaks because they were in my opinion, let me say that. In my opinion, even though that female content creator say like, I confirmed that Steve GONCALVES was not the leak. Whoever said that the leaks, that the GONCALVES were the leakers, y'all stupid as fuck. Y'all dumbasses. And I'm over here like, yeah. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, honey bun. Listen, whatever rock your boat, you do that. Ain't no one here gonna talk shit about you. It's okay. You from Ohio, just like me. It's all good. Listen, we are the true crime capital here in Ohio. We have to support each other. We need to support the Ohio content creators. But we have a very beloved female YouTube true crime content creator with a lot of subscribers. No, it was not Crystal. No. But the female content creator had a lot of subscribers and her chat is always booming. But she said that she confirmed that the Goncalves were not the leakers, but then here Steve Goncalves, with a smirk on his face, he's telling you it was no investigation about the leaks. Because if it was any investigation about leaks, who you think they're gonna be looking at? And Steve Goncalves pointing at himself like, I did it. I did it. That's the whole reason why no one came after me, because I fucking did it. You try to blame the prosecution and shit like that. Why you think it was no investigation and nothing came out? Because what? You think the court is going to go after the family victims? You think the court is going to go after the family victims? Big shout out to Crystal. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. Big shout out to Crystal. Big shout out to Debbie. Big shout out to Twizzle. Big shout out to Trisha. Trisha is here in the chat, guys. Trisha, send big shout out to Echoes of Clarity. Big shout out to Echoes of Clarity. She in the chat. Big shout out to her. She just got her wrench. Big shout out. Let's listen.
No one ever called us and asked us where we heard it. So there's no investigation.
Listen. Why if it was an investigation, why they didn't call us to ask us where we heard it? But because Steve Goncalves heard it from an official of the court that is fully aware of what's inside of the sealed documents and the gag order. That's a violation of the gag order. Because the official of the court, Steve Goncalves, is admitting that the official of the court was involved on the leaks that was given to him. And he passed the note to the media. Do you think if Hitler would have known that he was a cop, or Bill Thompson himself telling anything to the media, don't you think that the judge would have flipped the fuck out? Don't you think if Judge Hitler would have found out that anyone in the prosecution or Moscow PD were the direct source to the media? Direct source to the media. Don't you think that Hitler would have lit someone up? I believe so. But I believe that is the liquor if the leaks. Because remember, in the very beginning, when Linda Lane came out, that was a violation of the gag order. Who said in the very beginning, who said in the very beginning that Linda Lane came out due to Steve Goncalves leaked it? The whole YouTube true crime community. Thank you. I appreciate Crystal. The whole YouTube true crime community put it out there, even on Twitter, that the leaker of Linda Lane was Steve Goncalves. And that was a direct violation to the gag order. Because Steve Goncalves would be able to speak about whatever he knows. But he was not able, that if he had any content, any materials that it had to do with the trial, he was not allowed to share it. And allegedly, Linda Lane was part of that. Steve Goncalves is telling you that it was no investigation while he has a smirk on his face. That tells you that they knew who leaked that to the media already, and that's why it never came out, because they were never about to go after Steve Goncalves. So we just proved that fellow content creator that we love so much wrong. Actually, I ain't even do it. Steve Goncalves did it.
Going on. They're lying to Hitler if they're telling him there's an investigation. There's no investigation going on, because the first person who told you that there was leaks and proved to you by telling you what they've heard, that eventually becomes part of your case. You know, the sheep, we knew about the sheep before it was. We knew about the white car before they released it. They never came and asked us who told us that information. They didn't even try. So
who was it?
Oh, I would never. I'm not going to give that information out. You know, I really respect the people that actually reach.
Steve Goncalves is committing a crime saying Steve Goncalves is committing a crime by not saying who violated the gag order, because he knows that the gag order was violated by that court official that gave information to him. By law, Steve Goncalves is breaking the law as we speak, because now it's on the video form. Is on the video form the proof and the evidence that Steve Goncalves knew the leaker. This is why I put at the end of my title, and Steve Goncalves sets Bryan Kohberger free, admitting to the leak. I don't clickbait. Ladies and gentlemen, if you love true crime, you love Jrod on Point. I advise you to please click like, subscribe, and share the content, and become part of our community, as well as Amy Conway, Joanne, Twistle, Heather, Trisha, Debbie, Crystal, many others in our community. Kane, Kate Lynn, Cindy Abbott, and many others on our channel that are here. Subscribe to this humble channel, because we here care about what it matters in the conversation of criminal cases. We only care and concern about the victims. Point blank, period. We only concern and care about the victims, not the victims wannabe, but the real victims. In this case, as we speak, we have a historic footage of Steve Goncalves admitting that he knows the court liquor. He knows the court official that is the leak. Steve Goncalves is admitting on video that he knows who committed a crime. Because it's a crime. Violating a gag order is a crime. And he's a court official. They call Steve Goncalves to tell him everything he knows from the very beginning of all. And he just admitted it on film, giving Ann Taylor what she needed to get Bryan Kohberger out of there. Is you serious? Then we told you from the very beginning of this case that everything was against Bryan Kohberger from the top. The question is why? The question is why? That's the real question here. Why we have right now Steve GONCALVES here talking to Banfield, snitching, thinking that he's doing anything to pat himself on the back, thinking that he's saying anything to pat himself in the back, while he actually admitting that he had knowledge of who's the liquor, and he say that it was never no investigation, because if they would have investigated, they would have come at him to ask him from where he heard that from, which it actually confirms that Steve GONCALVES was the person that he gave the news media outlets all the latest information about Bryan Kohberger, confirming that Steve GONCALVES was the leaker in cahoot with a court official bound to the gag order, and Steve GONCALVES is admitting to everything as we speak. If you thought that Bryan Kohberger was cooked, Steve GONCALVES just give Ann Taylor the key of Bryan Kohberger's jailhouse to get him free. Because if they needed any type of evidence, they have the father of a victim admitting to a crime. And he said that he's not going to tell. What about if the state now comes to Steve GONCALVES and force him, now that he says something on video, now the state will actually go after Steve GONCALVES for to confirm who did it, giving Bryan Kohberger the key to get out? Is you serious? Are we really talking about this right now? Are we really talking about this right now? Is you serious?
Out and tried to help us. They're awesome mothers and fathers, and they cared about their community, and they wanted to make sure that this was done the right way. And so yeah, we did know some stuff, but I respect all those people, and I would never give out their information. They're all safe. Every person ever.
He said the liquor name is safe with him. What you gonna do if Judge Hippler tells you on the penalty of going to jail? What about if Hippler forced you to tell him because you ran your fucking mouth on TV? You ran your fucking mouth on TV. You ran your fucking mouth on TV. Try to give yourself a pat on the back, and you say a little bit too fucking much. Yeah, Twin. So I have seen Jurassic Park, bro. Bro, yes. Actually, I love Jurassic Park movies. I love them. I love them.
It makes perfect sense. You got a loyalty to those who loved you and cared for you throughout this horrible process.
He has loyalty to people that broke the law and put the case of the case for the look for justice for his daughter in predicament. While breaking the law.
In the interim, I kept thinking along the way there would be things that you know that we don't know, and that you were sworn to secrecy because of the gag order or any other reasons. Is there information you know now that I haven't known and the rest of us haven't known up until today?
If you're a man over
And you know what? If y'all want to watch the rest of that, y'all could go over there and watch the rest of that. But at least I got from that content, I got what I think we needed. Hold on, let me make sure that I'm not missing no one in the chat. Have I acknowledged everyone on the chat? Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss no one in the chat. Because y'all remember yesterday we have Christy Nevada. Big shout out to Christy Nevada. We still need to fix that situation that we can't see Christy Nevada on our chat. Big shout out to Christy Nevada. Big shout out to Christy Nevada. She's an amazing person. Big shout out. And it hit different when we send a shout out to Christy Nevada and Trisha. Big shout outs. Big shout outs. But ladies and gentlemen, Judge Hippler just got rid of the gag order. Documents gonna start being available pretty soon, little by little. But we could agree, and I think we could all agree, that Steve GONCALVES said a little bit too much, and that could cause Bryan Kohberger's freedom a little bit easier. Because again, and I repeat, if Bill Thompson offered a deal on the table for Bryan Kohberger to take, that means that Bill Thompson recognized that if he take this case to trial, he would not won. I want to make sure that everybody understand that. So if Bill Thompson understand that if he take this to court and take this to trial, he took it to court but didn't took it to trial, but he understand that if he take it to trial, he would have lost. What make you think as a guilter, if you're a guilter that you are listening, what make you think as a guilter that if Bill Thompson understood that he would have not won this case in trial, what make you think that if Bryan Kohberger appealed this case, especially with everything we just heard, do you still believe that Bryan Kohberger will never get out? In my opinion, Bryan Kohberger is gonna get out through the back door. And y'all all gonna have to eat that shit. And y'all all gonna have to eat your words. And I'll be right there to laugh at y'all. Great job to everyone in the chat. Great job to all moderators. Great job to the chat. Thank you so much, everyone that is here. I'ma expect y'all to be here tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna be here. We're gonna be talking about Annabelle. The Annabelle did it again. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems that Annabelle was sleeping for a while, and due to the terror taking Annabelle outside of the protection of the museum, you're exposing Annabelle to get energized by the world that is coming to see her. They don't know the rules and regulations to deal with Annabelle. Somehow they energize Annabelle to the point that she did it again. That's going to be the conversation tomorrow. Hopefully everybody be here. We're going to be talking about that case, and it's going to be very interesting. Hopefully we have Echoes of Clarity here with us. It'll be great if we could have Echoes of Clarity, Trisha, have Christine Nevada, Heather, Kane. Hopefully we have the whole squad here tomorrow to have a great conversation of true crime paranormal investigation. It's going to be the very first time that we're going to see here in this channel and have a conversation about true crime paranormal investigation. Hopefully everybody be here, everybody do your homework, do your soul search. Make sure that tomorrow everybody be ready to talk about Annabelle. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. Big shout out to Amy Conway, Twistle Stick, Crystal, Debbie, thank you so much for being here. Joanne, did she pop up? Trisha, Christy Nevada, everybody that y'all know, y'all part of the family. We appreciate you. We love you. We thank you so much for everything that y'all do for this channel. I appreciate you for the support. Thank you all the new subscribers. Big shout out to all the moderators. Tomorrow we're gonna be here. It's scheduled. It's already scheduled. We should be here tomorrow around 12 a.m. in the morning. 12 a.m. midnight. We're gonna be in the midnight. We're gonna be talking about some scary stuff. So hopefully everybody, you know, buckle up and enjoy the ride. We very appreciate it. Thank you so much for everyone that is here enjoying your show, your favorite show, Jrod on Point. Thank you so much everyone for being here. Great conversations in the chat. Give yourself a round of applause. Moderators, give yourself a round of applause. Chat, give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much for a great show. Very appreciated. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are the best of the best. Y'all are the best subscribers and moderators in the whole true crime community. Thank you for being here. And as always, your favorite brother, your mother's favorite son, the black sheep, Jrod on Point. The team to the tango, the yin to the Django. I am him. Listen, believe in yourself, because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe that you're going to take the best decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. Love yourself and take care of yourself so you'll be able to love and take care of others. Have a beautiful day. Amy, big shout outs. Thank you for everything that you do, Amy, for this channel and for me. Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. Boss lady in the chat, give yourself a round of applause. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you with your favorite song. My favorite song, To See You Tomorrow. You so sexy. Have a beautiful morning, ladies and gents, and get back to me because we have more true crime to talk about. Let's go. All right.
Salga a la luz, sexy millar. La que me tira a la guiña, aunque andes con su man, vamos a misionar.
Come over here and let me know your name, boy. Your sexy smile got me checking for your seal. You caught my eyes and I'm seeing if you're single. Do you wanna get to know me?
Me tienes caliente como el pan y me gusta tu mirar. fantasear. Vamos a la estratosfera, a lo espacial. Ponte el cinturón pa' que no te vayas a marear, porque este viaje te va a enamorar.
Damn, Papi, nah, it's been on you all night.
Yo, baby boo, you know that I got you.
You know you are so sexy.
Oh, by the way, what's your number?
508, I'm giving